Hi, I'm Liam from Vita Musica, and I'm talking to Karl and James from Optional Rubber Duck.
Evening.
Hi there. Hi.
You alright, buddy?
Cool. So if you want to tell us a little bit about the history of the band, like when you formed, your influences, that kind of stuff.
Well, it's probably...
Where to begin? We started about 10 years ago, this October. I actually used to be in a heavy metal band, but everybody in said band sort of grew up and went to university. This is when we were all about 18. And Karl and I used to work together, and we sort of joked around about starting a new band, like a pop-punk band, because this is sort of the music we were into at the time. And we decided to get together with one of our friends who sort of came back from uni quite a lot. That's Broom, our drummer. And we said, let's just get together in the garage, let's just play some tunes and see how it goes. And it went so phenomenally well, we just thought, we've got to do something with this. We've got to stick at it. And we did the odd little bit. We only sort of played in garages and sort of a couple of... Well, we played in a hall, didn't we? That's pretty much the only gig we did until 2011. So we were together for about 4 or 5 years before we decided to let Pinky join the band as a lead guitarist. And because he brought this whole wealth of music with him, he thought outside the box far more than we did. And once he joined the band, everything just exploded out of proportion. We were playing gigs in London. We were doing recordings for actual labels and stuff. And it just went a bit crazy.
Mental.
Yeah, it was cool.
But on the flip side, his favourite song is still probably the first one we ever wrote, which is a standard 4-chord progression pop-punk song. It's a bit weird.
Who are some of your main influences?
It's sort of the obvious ones that we sort of grew up listening to: The Offspring, Sum 41, Blink-182, and Green Day.
And Bowling for Soup.
Love Bowling for Soup. Love them. But honestly, we draw influence from pretty much anywhere we can find it. Some of our songs are heavy. 3 of us listen to a lot of heavy metal. There's some really poppy stuff in there, like some big sing-along wank. I'm wearing a Britney Spears t-shirt to a rock concert. Just anything we get our hands on, really. You listen to some weird shit.
I bring the weird stuff in. I listen to experimental punk. I've got all my old indie influences. I was the kid listening to We Are Scientists and The Killers and stuff back in the early 2000s. So I bought all of that in, and then you bought Metallica.
Do you know what I saw in CEX yesterday?
Go on.
Pigeon Detectives. Fucking Pigeon Detectives.
They were atrocious.
They were shite. You fucking loved them
No,
at
I
one
didn't.
point. Yeah,
Did
did. Yeah, but did he sort of influence you?
I just followed Diddy around, if I'm honest, yeah.
So previously you've put out a couple of CD releases. Give us some information on those.
Oh, the CDs we actually recorded in Pinky's garage, or Pinky's mum's garage, should I say, on this tiny, tiny little thing plugged into a laptop that only let us have 8 tracks. So the crap you hear on those CDs was recorded on 8 tracks. It's cool, but it's like garagey sounding and a bit... rough around the edges. Yeah, it's shit. Don't buy it. Don't even go near it. The thing we're really, really proud of is we actually went to a proper studio and worked with a proper producer, and this guy is absolutely amazing, and I think I fancy him a little bit.
He's got great hair.
His
hair is...
it's just great. I've learned so much from this guy. I can't say his name because he doesn't like to be sort of publicised quite a lot, but he's an amazing producer, an amazing mix and masterer, and we go to his studio and record these little things, and we put out an album last year called Meanwhile, and it's sort of a collective of all of our favourite songs that we've recorded with this guy. That you can download, but it's not available on CD. We haven't done a physical release. This year we're actually going back into the studio with him again because we've written some new shit which we're going to play tonight, and I'm really excited about everyone hearing it because it's like Meanwhile was really, really good, but we have sort of taken the next step, and I'm excited for everyone to hear what that sounds like because it's equally as shit as it currently is, but more catchy shit.
So where can people find Meanwhile? Is it on iTunes or anything like that? Or
absolutely, iTunes, Amazon, all the
Spotify,
the major sort of download and streamy things. What all the little whippersnappers listen to these days.
It's also available to stream off of YouTube as well.
Oh yeah, stuck it on YouTube. Yeah.
So any future releases planned other than the one that you're going into the studio again soon for, or any release dates in mind for that?
Well, we're thinking August time. We're going to go in. So I'm probably thinking around Christmas time by the time we've done the mixing, the mastering, all that kind of stuff. We were batting around the idea of putting some of our favourites that really not worth spending a lot of money on as like a B-sides album, but we haven't really got any dates or anything for that yet, have we?
That'll just be as and when we sort of feel like it. But this is like the weird garage shit that we don't really play live anymore, that arguably if we released it people would go, what's that? This would be sort of more for the fans, the guys like yourself who rock up to every show and just sort of love everything we do, and we love that. We love you for that, so we want to give something back.
Cool. So you're on social media, where can guys find you?
Christ almighty. Facebook / Optional Rubber Duck. Twitter, we're on Twitter, aren't we?
Yeah, that's not as active these days, but I've got a funny feeling our Facebook stuff propagates through to Twitter.
Are we on Kinked-In?
No, I don't think that's really.
No, that's not really a band thing, is it?
No.
MySpace, or is that dead?
Oh my word!
I don't think we might be.
We were,
Yeah,
but
so we
just
probably
didn't
are.
Justin
In
Timberlake
2007.
buy it, and then he changed everything. He like wiped the servers like his arsehole and started from scratch.
Maybe.
I don't think we're on it anymore. We were.
Yeah.
Bebo.
Wow.
Bless you.
So I had a question on Facebook from one of your fans asking which member of the band you'd like in a zombie apocalypse as your backup, I suppose.
Do you want to go first?
Oh my word. I think I'd like every member for different reasons. Like, Karl is arguably one of the smartest people I know, and I think he'd make really smart decisions. Like, I'd be there pissing my pants. You smell what I did earlier. I'd probably shit myself. Karl would say, we need to go here, we need to do this, and I'd like, oh, cool, I'll go with you. Pinky is really, really resourceful, and I feel like from nowhere he'd just pull out a can of beans, and I'd like, I need that shit. And Broom, when he gets angry, is fucking terrifying. So I think if we had to like wade through loads of them, I'd want to be behind Broom because he'd be like punching them and ripping limbs off and shoving them places.
And you?
See, I thought about this question a lot. I saw it, and everyone's got the zombie apocalypse plan. And I thought if I could have one guy, and this is no disrespect to you, no disrespect to Broom, it'd be Pinky.
I know I'm useless, it's cool.
And it's because of he's got the brute force. Broom's got, and like you said, he's resourceful. And yeah, I thought you'd be useless.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be with me in a zombie apocalypse anyway.
Especially with that haircut.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. In half an hour, you are not going to be saying that.
Definitely not. Cool, so thanks for your time.
Cheers, Liam.
Looking forward to the gig.
Thank you.
Anything else you'd like to say to your fans or any final words?
Thanks for coming every time. You guys are fucking awesome.
And thanks for faking it as well.
Alright, cheers guys.
Sex with, ladies and gentlemen, this song is called Emma Stone. I'm just being my attention conjured. Not sure who you're trying to impress, but it's working. A halo wrapped around your finger, and a million I'm taking off that dress. But I'm waiting for silence. I'm knocking on your front door. Not sure when you thought that just a little look fantastic on the bedroom floor. The eyes of Jane Harry. Got a smile of Emma Stone on a little white dress, a little like it feels like a dog. This isn't real, it's so consuming. You could be a girl in the movies. There's a million things I'm not gonna say to your face. For a photo, would you come back to my place? Got the eyes of Jane Harry. Got a smile of Emma Stone on a little white dress, a little like it feels like a dog. She got the smile of Emma Stone. A little white dress, a little like it feels like. Feels like. Catch my breath, I pray for silence. Do you know your front door? Not sure where you bought that dress, but it would look fantastic on my bedroom floor. Got the eyes of Katie Harry. She got the smile of Emma Stone. A little white dress, a little like it feels like. Feels like a girl. She got the eyes of Katie Harry. She got the smile of Emma Stone. A little white dress, a little like it feels like. It feels like a girl. Emma Stone, ladies and gentlemen.